Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. We have Bitcoin at around 69,000 American dollars. This is such a crazy, funny chart as well. Please don't turn Bitcoin. We need you to keep going up. We need you to keep going up. Now, everyone is just waiting to see how we interpret the market having a 7th green monthly candle so far. Yes, it's true. It hasn't closed yet. The last time we had 7 was right here, and then it finished off red. So it sold off at the end of March or whatever, and then I think it was April, April. But that was actually the top. But guess what? Up here, altcoins went ballistic, friends. Altcoins went ballistic in that April. And then as well, even though May as well was a red candle, the final 2 weeks was big. So that's like, it could be like if we just repeat it, it's a 6 weeks of everything going nuts. But we'll just wait and see what happens. Now, there are a lot of things to talk about, friends. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these other altcoins, what's going on? Well, I've just noticed ChainLink is it hit 22 American dollars. This is actually nice to see. But of course, the real game is waiting for Ethereum to do its move. The PulseChain sacrifice wallet is around 3,690. That's not the actual proper average price, but I think now it's confirmed Richard Hart has like now 170,000 ETH in. He seems to be playing for the Ethereum ETF. Now, friends, if you are in XRP, man, I hope you guys get some sort of saving grace here. But if XRP goes up, remember, this is the Link XRP ratio. So it's ChainLink versus XRP. But if XRP has like some double and you get this, I would just rotate the rest of my XRP and be done with it and just play for a flippening. So I don't have any XRP, but I believe that Link is going to flip XRP. Of course, other things are going up more than Link, but this is the game, friends. You know, you have your blue chips, you have stuff that don't move as much. It is what it is. Everyone's just moving around. I know it gets very, very hard because I know like a long and hard family show, we know, but it just, there's so many things that keep moving around. Now, this is the funny part. This is Link ETH ratio. It was printing a red on the weekly down here, weekly super trend, but now it's just by saving grace was able to rally back up. So if this goes back to just here, friends, just here, this is a 3.3x. So that's basically, if Ethereum didn't move, that is ChainLink going to $72 if Ethereum didn't move. But if Ethereum went up plus 50% from here to like 5 or 6K, that's it. That's ChainLink at $108. But that's not, you might be thinking, okay, what if Ethereum hits $10,000? Okay, well, if Ethereum hits $10,000 and we are at this ratio one day, that's a ChainLink price of $200. So this is really important to think about if you're trying to stack bags or whatever, okay? We've got a lot of things to talk about as well. So the biggest news has been eHEX, friends. Now, I have made a full-on video that's already uploaded now just before this. Richard Hart has come out tweeting, I like pHEX more than eHEX. And friends, I've gone and I've explained everything to the community. I like this, I like that. That's basically what it is. And people are trying to say, no, he said a lot more. No, he said you should onboard people because of the fees. And the facts are, friends, this is the facts. So the market before, the market eHEX pHEX ratio, this is eHEX versus pHEX, right? Before Richard Hart's tweet, it was still around 0.5. And around here, the market said this was too low. So it seems like it likes maybe this number. Maybe this number goes down over time. But all I know is being down here, I like it. I've just added eHEX. That's sweet. I bought more eHEX. That's fine. Adding lottery tickets to it. Also, incentive token is now actually almost bigger than eHEX, which is funny. Also, there's a lot of like communities in a lot of turmoil because there's a lot of contradictions with Richard Hart now. A lot. Like, don't use DeFi. Oh, wait, I'm going to use it to yield farm. Okay, don't trade. Okay, I'm swapping from DAI to like Ethereum like a week later because of the Ethereum ETF. And then don't buy dips. Okay, now he says there's no dips because you're buying the tops, Ethereum ETF. There's a lot of things happening. And now people also feel like they're being gaslit. They're like, wait a minute. If eHEX can go to 99% down and not recover, and you're like basically saying, oh, I won't support it, then what happens to pHEX? What if people just quit on that? So all of these things are risky, friends. There's no guarantees with any of these. However, just to let you know from my video, right, I'm playing some pump music. I like eHEX and pHEX at this ratio. It's too cheap. If it was to start again, though, I'm just being honest, for onboarding, ain't no way I'm telling people to do a stake now. No chance in hell. Friends, you saw that. What, you think everybody's stupid? No. I'd rather you sit in Pulse and PulseX earning ink yield farm, or you don't even have, even if there was no yield, I just feel more comfortable in that rather than playing the whole inflation game with the HEX stuff. Because This is basically now everybody's like, okay, eHEX is 0. Let's go to pHEX land. Like, look, that works for you in the community, but there's 30 million people out there on Ethereum mainnet, and the 200,000 people here who are saying, we will trust the words of doing this. Yeah, it sounds okay to you. It doesn't sound okay to the other people not in. So that's why I'm just telling you, when it comes to onboarding and stuff, I will have absolutely no problem telling people, look, they're all cheap. They're all going to go up, blah, blah, blah. But I would just feel comfortable telling my friends and family, new bullets in. And just for my personal profit rotation, I'll just do Pulse and PulseX. Okay, so if I make profit here and there, just Pulse and PulseX as leverage on Ethereum. And I've shown you all the ratios here and there. So it's not even just me choosing. It's basically the market choosing the ratios as well. And I think it's important to know this too. So I have a lot of these information pieces. So before the tweet, the ratio was 0.6. It went down to 0.16. So people sold off eHEX 70% in one go. Then Richard Hart tweeted something you already knew. I think that's very important. He tweeted something you already knew. Yes, eHEX has more slippage. Yes, it has. Well, it's smaller market cap, right? It has more slippage, more gas fees, blah, 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 all these other things. Yeah, but I told you, the same talking points that pHEX people say on eHEX. Friends, I told you, karma will come back to bite you. I said this literally. I said this many, many times. You remember all my videos from last year. I was saying, hey, all you guys saying bad things about eHEX, the Pulse and PulseChain and PulseX community are now going to say that about pHEX. pHEX is a bunch of lottery ticket fluke shot winners who are just going to all dump it around numbers when they get their big inflation unlocks. That's how everybody views them. That's not me talking. That's everybody else. That's what they're saying. That's what they feel about it. Everyone knows that the HEX inflation yield and stuff. So, friends, here's the thing. With the PulseChain and PulseX sacrifice, people thought that you're a sucker if you join in because they say, oh, Pulse is a higher price than HEX when you did the sacrifice. That's what they're saying. But what they don't know is that that's not true. You see, when the PulseChain and PulseX sacrifice happened, you could not throw in your stakes. Very important. So people have capital on HEX that if it was unlocked, they would have used that to put it into PulseX and PulseChain sacrifice, okay? But they didn't get a chance to. Now they are the chain around the neck for pHEX as a cycle 2 coin. A lot of people are trying to say that, well, pHEX as well is now a cycle 1 coin because it's got a chart. No, man, you can lie to each other all you want and gaslight each other, but it's not gonna, it doesn't work like that. eHEX got a fork. Okay, pHEX is the free copy. pHEX is the same people from eHEX who have the same memories of 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents. It's the same things. They know all the prices. They know the market cap of what it peaked about. They also, it's the same composition of network people who have family members who said, you're an idiot. You said you retired at 50 cents and now you're like bankrupt. Now you got to go back and work a job. So these people, friends, that's why it acts diminishing over time. So right now, though, the eHEX pHEX ratio, because this is actual opportunity, friends. This is actual opportunity for me and everyone else. I mean, like, I look, not financial advice. We're in a bull hat move. But this is, to me, it's too cheap. Lottery ticket, you know, can all go to 0. Everything can go to 0. Don't follow me. Please don't follow me. But I'm just telling you, yeah, sweet. You want to sell this thing down 74%? Wow, 74% in a day. Sweet. That's cool. I'll take that. Now, what I do is, you see this fib, friends. I made a video to show you, but I'll show you again. So let's actually put it on a weekly so you can see what I'm doing here. So from parity, if you draw a Fibonacci down to the first wave down here, it retraces 50% healthy. Okay, 50% of the damage. So what I've done is I go, well, if we draw another fib down here, what would 50% be? That would be a ratio back to 0.38, which is actually where it was last year. Okay, you see that? So you think, oh, what's this deviation? Oh, look, this is pretty nice, because even from here at the time of this recording, going up here, could even hit up to here. That's like a 2.2x. So that's basically whatever pHEX does, you get 2.2x leverage multiplier on that. That's, of course, assuming that like BankX could just pull their wall and market sell and just be done with it. They could do that. A lot of people are also saying that, hey, is Richard trying to bait BankX out? But friends, let me tell you something. Put all that aside. How do you expect people to stake HEX long term when 99% of the conversation is about what Richard Hart's going to do? All right. Because in Bitcoin, they don't talk about that. That's store of value. Ethereum also has store of value components, even though there's Vitalik 4000 IQ, Octopus Alien, who's kind of like still like, you know, intellectual thought leader. So you have all these playing out and you're thinking, okay, but what's going on? See, there's an identity crisis. Okay, there's friends, there's all these children of Richard Hart. There's PulseChain, PulseX, pHEX and eHEX, and Inc at the very, very end. Inc is the wild child, the dump only token that's actually going up. So move that out to the side, the favorite child. Okay, Pulse and PulseX is now the oldest symbol because they're more mature. People understand them. PulseChain is a layer 1 fees. There's a use case. PulseX has a buy and burn. I'm owning the casino. Sweet. Now you have eHEX and pHEX. They're both in the middle. They're both the middle child. They've got the middle child syndrome, identity crisis. Oh, they're fighting between each other. But that's what it's like. So you got to think, wait. You got to think like PulseChain and PulseX seem to be leverage on the wild child. The middle child's succeeding. So that's all you basically got to think about here. It's very interesting. So this opportunity has come. This is what I look for, man. And like, friends, you know, I promise you, I remember like last week, I was in bed, friends, in bed, doing nothing unusual there, in bed. And I was thinking, man, I want to buy a big capitulation candle again, but I want it to be in like a blue chip. I want it to be in something where you like trust. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's not going to happen because people buy it up too fast. Look what happened. I manifested it. All right. Now, you funny said, wait, you said the word blue chip. Yeah, friends, this isn't like a meme coin, altcoin, that's like 5 million market cap where the announcements can kind of change here and there. Okay. It's not that. But even though you still got to take them, you just got to have enough balls to do it. So, and by the way, big red candle, you're fighting against the crowd because all the crowd's saying one thing. Do you want to take it? Yes or no? So I just like the opportunity this presents. I think it's pretty cool. Here's the thing though, you wouldn't hold it forever. But what price is expensive for eHEX now? This is the eHEX pHEX ratio. I don't know what price is expensive, friends. But I just got to think, if it liked being here before, I don't know, maybe it comes back. You never know. A lot of people now moving into pHEX. If you see the pHEX chart, pHEX itself, okay, look, this is the pulse to hex ratio. As you can see, it comes back, snaps back down, 21 EMA. Maybe it moves around here. This is people moving into pHEX. But if this keeps going up, remember I did the big portfolio rotation. So what's been happening today is a lot of people not paying attention, or the soy boys coming out saying, oh, look at eHEX linear chart. Like they got no idea, friends. You remember my video I made? Guys, I'm going super strong overweight into Pulse and PulseX here. I still have, I'm not doing 100% weight, but I'm just telling you overwhelming weight here of these, Pulse and PulseX here. And look, they've actually done really, really well, but still holding it, So now you just got to evaluate for yourself. What would you do? Well, look, if you just close my eyes based off today, I would personally just feel more comfortable, not even depending on the prices, but telling other people to. I'd feel more comfortable, like don't do this ratio, but 95% Pulse and PulseX, 5% eHEX. Because eHEX is leverage on the pHEX anyway. So why even have pHEX? Because like, oh, well, it's kind of like if you're holding to the end, PulseChain and PulseX have succeeded and they've been like rocket leverage, okay? And if it's anything in between, who cares? Okay, so who cares if eHEX gets cheaper, buy more? Okay, that's the way I'm thinking about it. A lot of people haven't caught on to that because, friends, look, didn't I tell you everything I said was right? The community is the asset, not the code. It has nothing to do with the code. Okay, well, the community says, oh, I don't like this. So what happened? That's why a lot of people are like very conflicted. They're like, what happened with T-shares and earning yield and a savings deposit? Friends, the narrative means nothing. Okay, it's not me saying it, it's the market saying it. You guys, like, the narrative it's basically BS, friends. There's no narrative. Like, you're saying it's a store of value and it's a savings deposit here and there and it has like these weird fork things moving around here and there. That doesn't really put into your mind, okay, I want to take 15 years of risk on this. It doesn't. But hey, it could still work out. This thing could keep growing big and PulseChain and PulseX drag everything up. It can still do that. But see, now you know why I tell you to buy in the depression and sell in the euphoria, not lock everything up for 15 years. Because look at the people you are fighting with. Look how insanely volatile they are. So when euphoria comes, really, you're doing damage to yourself by not taking anything off the table. Okay, and trust me, euphoria will come. You just don't know what the price is going to be. Interesting though, a lot of people still trying to post the eHEX chart. But friends, combined HEX is actually 2.8 cents still, because a lot of people have actually moved into just pHEX itself. And this is the price chart now. You can see pHEX trying to do it. It had this spike up here, 2.3 cents, but it is what it is. I mean, look, yeah, we're doing the trading and stuff, but look, don't stress too much about all of these, friends, because when you look back, it's not making the 50,000 portfolio decisions that ends up making it. It's literally just the whole holding through the pain part. Let's go out and check the altcoin season index as well, friends. This is important. We're still moving along. Remember, US Fed expected to cut rates around June, right? It's still expected 60% odds. We don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe it's going to time the top. That would conclude 12 months of going up. We've done 9 months so far. We're expecting hopefully mania comes. But look, friends, to be honest, mania has already come. You're already seeing stuff. For example, friends, what the hell is going on? Landwolf is now 19 million market cap. You know, I told everybody in FriendTech that it was 230,000 market cap. So it's up 5. Oh, wow, it's up 100x. Sweet. Congratulations, friends. It's up 100x in a few days. Now, I've already made my videos on. I watched them too. I said, well, PEPE hit 4 billion, and PEPE's not done. And Brett, the other PEPE family, hit 330 million, and this thing's only 20 million still. So, look, I'm not saying touch it. I'm not saying touch it. I'm just saying the riveting is really well fully enforced, friends. Look, man, if PEPE keeps going up on its run, PEPE family, there's PEPE fever, PEPE season, and a lot of people are just watching this like, yes, friends, don't remember, if I wasn't so strong, I would be capitulating into the soy boy saying, oh no, have all of my one core coin, 90% lottery, 90% core, 10% lottery is not nice at all. Look at this, man. You would never find stuff like this that actually goes up. All right, and look, here's the thing. Everybody in crypto knows 90% core, 10% lottery. Everyone knows and loves it. It's people, for example, who are just like all in on a Richard Hart coin will say, no, that's stupid. But, okay, look what you just saw Richard calls in one of his coins. Okay, what happens if he says, hey, guys, I'm taking a holiday for a year? What if he says that? What happens to Pulse and PulseX? They're down 70% in 2 minutes. You know they are, even though you say technically they shouldn't be. Yeah, well, technically, the code of eHEX and the game theory technically should keep it up higher than minus 99% down, technically. But we know that's not reality. Like, technically, friends, this is the chart as well, or the weekly chart of eHEX. So, friends, when I show you this chart, see, if you're looking at this, you don't even know, where's the Richard tweet? Yeah, it's here. It's huge, but it's not like the end, man. Friends, let me tell you something. I don't care who has a cry about this. Nothing punished HEX holders more than launching PulseChain. Nothing. Literally. Not me saying there's nothing. You want to see it? HEX, look what we launched PulseChain, and look at this. We went all the way. This is before the corrupt SEC. Okay, so before the corrupt SEC, friends, we went down 89% here. So nothing lost eHEX more value than Richard Hart actually launching PulseChain. 90% drop. And then the SEC did like another little 50% drop at the end, but most of the value was gone. And now another Richard tweet again, that dropped minus 78% down on the week. Bang. See that? That's huge. But look, I don't know. Obviously, you don't know what happens from here. But look, this is the chart, man. This is, okay, look at this. Wee, 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 wee. See that? This is actually, look at all the damage. This is launching PulseChain. Right here is SEC. This is the Richard Hart tweet. Look at this. So, opportunity, man. I think it's opportunity. That's sweet. And all everybody, just got to remind you, everybody in crypto land says this is HEX. So this is also another identity crisis, friends. Okay? As your friend, I just got to tell you, 200,000 hexicans say pHEX is just HEX. It's just HEX. There's no P in front. All right. 200,000 people. Compare that to the 30 million people in Bitcoin and Ethereum and people outside of the ecosystem who haven't bought in, okay, who can actually impact the price by making it go up. They're all seeing HEX on Ethereum as normal HEX. That's what they're seeing at. So I'm not saying one is right. I'm just telling you this has obviously a bigger network effect. It tells you, oh, wow. Now, I'm not saying eHEX flips pHEX or anything. I'm just telling you that means there's value there. There's a mind share there, okay? It's worth something. It's not worth zero. It's worth something. That's why I think there's just been capitulation too much. I don't know where we would want to get out, though. So we'll just wait and see. Now, everyone's waiting for Bitcoin to finally do its big decision. Hey, are you going to come back down and screw us? Give us a Bitcoin halving dump, blah, 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 go back up. Are you going to fake out and actually do this? What are you going to do here? We're still waiting, friends. Remember, if we just focus on the most important parts, which is what we know. This is the daily chart of Bitcoin and the others index. All right. Now, see, Bitcoin went up and then others index also went up. This is beautiful. This means it's not the end. Do you get me? They're both going up together. It means it's not the end. Isn't that beautiful to see? Isn't it beautiful to see? Yes, both of them made higher highs up here. They've just made higher highs. So confirmed, it is not the end. When does the end come? Well, the end comes. We don't know when, but the end starts distributing when Bitcoin goes down, this goes down. Bitcoin makes a lower high, this one shoots. Okay, bang! That's the end, friends. That's the end. You see that? That's the end. But by the way, that's a huge, huge move. And by the way, it can happen a few times, multiple waves. So that's the most important thing to know. We're not at the end yet. We're still waiting to see what happens. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget to love to catch you soon.